Hi, my name is Ava Champagne. I'm in Speech 101 2T, and this is my video on how I am going to become a better speaker, written and verbally, from Speech 101 2T. So, I have three reasons. First reason is, with taking a public speaking course, it's gonna make me less yappy, I guess you could say. What I mean by that is, it's gonna make me ramble less. Having a outline to base a speech off of and having something to base your words off of, it'll help you to be more concise when you speak. At least that's how I think it's gonna be for me. When I get very passionate about a subject, I tend to ramble on and on and on, or written, if we're gonna go down that pathway, I get assigned a one-page paper turned into a whole novel, right? So yeah, that's reason number one. Reason number two is I feel like taking this course will help me to organize my thoughts better. I'll tell you right now, I have a little bit of difficulty when it comes to piecing together all the little thoughts inside my head. It's like a puzzle, You're trying to fit all these dots together, and you have to find a way to make them click, And I feel like, with taking this type of course, again, with the outline, having something to base your thoughts of, you can easily pinpoint, how you want to stack those ideas and how you want to make them connect. And then it'll just all help to, bring everything together. And so, reason number three, this will help me to go beyond my confidence level. So, I'll tell you right now, I do not have a problem with public speaking. I rarely ever get sort of nervous in front of an audience when I'm speaking. When I'm singing, that's a different story, but we are on the topic of speaking in front of an audience. So I rarely ever get nervous doing that. I mean, I've done theater since age 11, so I've had like over, 5-7+ years of experience with, being in front of an audience. I think that's really helped me to learn how to conduct myself in front of an audience, in front of a large group of people, especially when you mess up, because then you have to improv, which, that just really puts you on the spot. But then again, that's caused my confidence level to go up because now I know how to handle myself in those situations. And in public speaking, it goes hand in hand. So I feel like with taking this course as well, it's gonna help, raise that confidence level. So one thing about this course that I feel is gonna be pretty challenging, I'll just be straight up honest, creative writing. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've done creative writing. So much so that I feel like with doing creative writing, I feel like that's gonna be way out of my comfort zone, especially poetry, because I've looked at some of the assignments in the listings of the modules, and we've got to write poetry or some type of creative writing, and that's gonna drive me way out of my comfort zone because, being a science major, you got to think like logically, statistics, facts, truth, informative analysis. But when it comes to just saying or creating something out of the blue or on a whim, that just like, oof, it's a little intimidating. But yeah, hopefully both my poetry and my creative writing will get better with this course. So, ways that this could make me a better speaker publicly, and I guess you could say how it would affect my career. Well, for starters, first thing off the top of my head, I'm in the honors program, and I'm also a science major, as I've mentioned before. So I am going to have to give a presentation on my research. I'm gonna have to do a research project my senior year of college. And so that means, standing in front of a group of professionals and having to talk about something that, you know, I conducted research in, so I have to sound like I know what I'm talking about. So I feel like, you know, as I've said with the confidence level thing, I feel like this course will also help to, you know, prepare me for that moment. Also, when talking to patients or being more professional in my tone of, you know, speaking and how I speak to people. I feel like it's already kind of helping me now because I mean, I work in the hospital, so you have to talk to patients a certain way and you have to sound somewhat professional. You know, you can't just be all loosey goosey with how you talk to people because then they could take it the wrong way. I've had that happen to me before, and I've had to learn how to conduct how I speak to people. So, yeah. So, that's all I got. My name is Ava Shongpine, in Speech 101 2T, and this is how Speech 101 is going to make me a better public speaker, written and verbally.